Security cameras at this storage yard captured a reckless moment that led to painful consequences for a young boy. Standing in front of towering stacks of old vehicles, instead of keeping his distance, the boy began playing dangerously, pushing forcefully against an unstable column of stacked metal. Within seconds, gravity took over. The entire stack started to shake before collapsing downward like a falling wall. With no time to escape, the boy was struck and completely buried beneath the heavy debris. The image of him curled on the ground, clutching his head in intense pain, became the harsh price of a single moment of careless curiosity. This incident serves as an important warning for parents. Children should never be allowed to play near storage or industrial areas where seemingly harmless surroundings can quickly turn into serious danger. Security cameras along an internal hospital roadway captured a heart-stopping incident, reminding us that danger can appear even in places we consider safe. A man stood casually in the middle of the lane, distracted as he searched through his pockets, completely unaware of his surroundings. At the same time, an ambulance began reversing at moderate speed while preparing to receive a patient. Caught in the vehicle's blind spot and with neither side noticing the other, the rear of the ambulance suddenly struck the man, knocking him onto the pavement. In a critical moment, as the rear wheel came within inches of running over him, the driver slammed on the brakes just in time. A stroke of incredible luck allowed the man to escape without life-threatening injuries. This incident delivers an important safety lesson. Never stop or stand in areas used by moving vehicles.
Inside a storage facility, a small ignition is seen, likely starting from an electrical fault. What initially appears minor quickly begins producing heavy smoke and flames. An employee attempts to intervene with a water hose, but the fire cannot be controlled. The flames spread outside the room, ignite nearby products, and rapidly engulf the entire area. An ordinary malfunction turns into a major emergency within seconds. Electrical installations in storage areas must be inspected regularly. Proper automatic fire suppression systems and the correct types of fire extinguishers should be accessible. Incorrect intervention can make a fire worse. Preparation and proper equipment reduce risk.
Security footage from a loading area captured a horrifying workplace accident. A group of workers was unloading massive steel coils from a truck. Everything appeared to be under control as one of the coils had just been lowered safely onto the ground. But suddenly, something went wrong. The transport vehicle beneath the load unexpectedly slipped after losing traction. With its support gone, the multi-ton steel coil began rolling forward under its own momentum, pulling a nearby worker directly into the moving equipment. In a split second, the cold steel slammed violently into his knee with tremendous force. The sound of impact and the shock on the worker's face revealed the severity of the moment. This incident serves as a costly safety lesson. Always secure vehicle wheels and maintain a safe distance when handling heavy materials, because even a brief failure of support equipment can result in permanent injury. Security cameras inside a warehouse captured a disturbing workplace accident caused by carelessness and a serious violation of safety rules. While an automated conveyor system was running continuously, this worker chose not to use the designated walkway. Instead, he suddenly climbed onto the moving conveyor belt in an attempt to shut it off more quickly. But the speed and pulling force of industrial machinery were far more dangerous than he expected. Within seconds, he lost his balance, and his legs were dragged into the gap between the rollers and the drive mechanism. The machine continued operating relentlessly, trapping the worker in extreme pain and helplessness. This incident delivers a harsh safety warning. Industrial conveyor belts are never meant to be used as walkways, and a moment of personal convenience can cost a worker their legs or even their life. Security cameras inside a warehouse captured a horrifying moment, proof that just seconds of negligence can lead to disaster. A worker was operating a forklift through narrow warehouse aisles. But exhausted or lacking full alertness, he suddenly fell asleep while still holding the steering wheel. Completely out of control, the heavy machine continued moving forward under its own momentum and crashed directly into the base of a towering stack of stored goods. The violent impact destroyed the load's balance. Tons of materials came crashing down like an avalanche, burying both the forklift and the driver beneath the collapsing cargo. The thunderous sound echoed throughout the warehouse, a devastating price paid for operating heavy machinery while fatigued. This incident delivers a serious warning. Never underestimate fatigue. Falling asleep while operating heavy equipment can turn a routine. Security cameras captured a horrifying workplace accident caused by overconfidence during a technical operation. Two workers were attempting to separate large glass panels in preparation for the next stage of handling and transport. However, the panels were extremely heavy, and without proper lifting equipment, their balance quickly became unstable. Within seconds, the glass sheets began tipping over one after another like falling dominoes. The worker standing on the right side of the frame had no time to react or step away before a massive panel slammed directly into him. The sound of shattering glass echoed loudly, while razor-sharp fragments scattered across the floor, turning the scene into an extremely dangerous environment. This incident serves as a painful lesson. Heavy and fragile materials should never be handled by manpower alone without proper equipment and protective safety measures. Security cameras inside a manufacturing facility captured a deadly safety mistake in the workplace. In a moment of carelessness while performing routine duties, this worker moved dangerously close to a high-speed rotating shaft that was still in operation. Instead of using proper measuring equipment, he attempted to inspect the machine using his bare hand. In the blink of an eye, the powerful rotational force and friction pulled his arm straight into the drive mechanism. The incident happened so fast that he had no chance to react, as the machine continued spinning without awareness or mercy. The desperate screams and sudden chaos among nearby workers became the heavy price of ignoring safety procedures and protective equipment. This incident delivers a serious warning. Machines have no awareness, and a single moment of distraction can cost a person their life. Security cameras at a construction site captured a terrifying workplace accident that unfolded in just a few seconds. Two workers were carefully securing heavy steel bars, preparing them to be lifted to an elevated position. But as tension was applied, a critical failure occurred. The securing strap suddenly slipped loose because it had not been properly fastened. With nothing holding them in place, the massive steel bars dropped instantly under their own weight, crushing the leg of a nearby worker. The powerful impact sent him to the ground immediately, leaving co-workers frozen in shock. This incident delivers a strong safety warning. Always double-check rigging and securing knots, and never stand too close to heavy loads during lifting operations. Security cameras inside a mechanical workshop captured a horrifying workplace accident that happened in a matter of seconds. A worker was using physical force to steady and reposition a heavy steel plate that had been lifted overhead for turning and relocation. But under excessive tension, the lifting cable suddenly gave way. With its support gone, the massive steel plate dropped instantly under gravity and struck the worker directly on the head. The violent impact knocked him down immediately, leaving nearby co-workers stunned in shock. This incident serves as a powerful safety warning. Always inspect the strength and condition of lifting cables, and never stand beneath the fall path of suspended heavy loads.
Seeing a dump truck tip over while attempting to unload highlights the hidden dangers of certain materials. The incident appears to have been caused by sticky or highly viscous soil that did not slide out of the truck's back. As the bed continued to lift, the weight of the remaining material created an unbalanced and unstable load, causing the truck to overturn.